Hello guys, welcome back to a brand new video and welcome to the first livery reveal of 2022. Now before we get started, I just want to say thank you guys so much for 200 subscribers. It's been amazing, the road to 200 subscribers, and I've got some videos planned out for you guys. But yeah, just wanted to get that out there. Thank you so much guys for this. But anyways, so today we got our first car reveal. And it was from Haas, who actually announced it yesterday, I believe, which was kind of mad. I mean, you announce, usually, you announce it for at least a week after, but no, they announced it yesterday for today. But I have to say, my expectations were low for this livery, but damn, it is just so disappointing. So let's take a look at them from all the angles. Let's start from this. And actually, no, let's start from this angle. So this is livery, by the way, if you hadn't seen it. But let's start from this angle. I actually want to get a picture of the 2021 car real quick in. Okay, so here's a picture of the 2021 car. And here's a picture of the 2022 car. So first of all, you can see it looks pretty much identical, except worse. So this car, it should have been better to keep this, because this livery, I mean, you can say whatever you want, the color scheme or anything, it looks really good. Like the design here of the swoosh, I would have actually, from the designer standpoint, I would have united these two lines. But we're not about here to talk about this livery. But this livery looked good. This is just it's copying. It's so bad. I mean, they could have made it better in so many ways, starting with making it gloss. I mean, I don't know who thought matte was a good. I really hope this is a render and it would be like the F120 2021 Williams car, because that was terrible in the renders, but then it looked better in real life. I really hope this is like this, and I really hope they're making it gloss, because this is just boy, this matte just doesn't work. It doesn't make this look like a race winning or a podium achieving car, which obviously, having worked on this for like a lot of years, having not even developed one thing from last year, you would hope they at least want to achieve at least a couple of podiums. This car doesn't look like it'll get anywhere close, not because it's a bad livery, but because it's just lame. I honestly think lame might be the best way to define it. So first of all, let's start analyzing this. So let me zoom in a bit. So we start off, and we've got the swoosh here, and already here you can see, I mean, it's so much thinner than last year. I mean, last year they had this big thing here that just stood out. Here you just got this tiny little stripe, and what's worse, it just stops at Haas. It doesn't continue. And then here they decide to restart it, like it goes like so like here. So here, when it goes here, then it goes down, and then maybe back up. I can see that. It would have been nice. I mean, if they did something like this, when it just like drifted out, sort of like that, and then came back up, following the curve. I could have actually seen that looking quite good. But since they've got this whole part being like blacked out, it just doesn't make sense. And also here, they're leaving this little section of white right there, and it looks really bad from a designer standpoint. And if you take a look from the front view, just to highlight this, I mean, this little slit of white it just kind of frustrates me. It doesn't make sense. It shouldn't be there. It should just be red and blue. Another thing about the side is this area right here. It's empty. They've got all this area empty. And they definitely will have hopefully some sponsors, but you realize how much opportunity you've got here to you can put whatever you want here. If you don't have any sponsor, I feel like they might have another sponsor that are not showing us. If there isn't any sponsor, you could literally put anything you want here, and you're just putting this very sad, very thin stripe that then stops here for some reason instead of continuing. It would have looked like, honestly, since they wanted to make that part black, it would have looked so much better just to do this. Go down, up, follow through, and then to the end. It would have looked it would have looked a lot more decent than what it looks like. Okay, let's look at the front now. And here as well. Here is the least disappointing of the livery, but just because you can't actually see most of it. So the front, it's got the Russian flag, the Russian colors. Nothing new there, and like I said, the front actually like it more than last year. Okay, so you can see this was the front from last year, and I actually didn't really like it with like the thin stripes, then just making it the Russian flag. I actually have to say, this looks so much better than this. For this part, again, I would have avoided having this white section going down into then the nose, and then the black nose. Again, it looks good, but I mean, gloss would just look so much better. I really hope they make this gloss, because it would literally change the livery, in my opinion, and make it look a lot less dull and lame, which is what it looks like right now. From the back, there's not much to say here. There's not much you can really talk about. I mean, we already seen pretty much most of it. The rear wing is very sad. It's so very. It looks like they just didn't have any creativity, which is disappointing me, because I feel like, you know, as much as I don't think this color scheme fits Haas, it is still a nice color scheme if you use it correctly, and they just didn't even try in this livery. It's just, I don't know if this was a team decision, if it was just a designer. Well, actually, I've seen a bunch of designs from him, and he's, you know, he's a good designer, so I really don't know what was going on here with Haas, but yeah, so the back, you can't see much of it, and then from the top here, except for the car shape that doesn't look that great actually as well, again, you can see it's just, I mean, here as well, they could have had a couple of things. Here, it just looks very barren, also because I have to say, the fact that it's lacking sponsors, that is a big impact of, you know, what is making this livery look so bad, in my opinion, because it looks very barren. It looks like this would be a half decent livery. Maybe a half decent livery with a bunch of sponsors, like a sponsor, like a sponsor here, a sponsor here, maybe sponsor here, maybe one here, and definitely a lot more here. I mean, that already looks just better, because we're just used to seeing cars with sponsors, and it looks to me like they've made this livery for more sponsors. So either they were expecting more sponsors and didn't get them, or they just didn't want to show them on the official car release. But yeah, so that is my thought on this car. I also don't like the numbers, I will say that real quick. On the front it looks nice, I guess, but on the on the side, I mean, you can barely see it. It's gonna be such a struggle to see the number. It's so small. It's so small, it's got a line in between. It just, I don't know, I feel like there's not one good thing Haas have done with this livery. Even the black just doesn't look like it's fitting. Just looks like they just didn't want to color in those parts. And because it's matte, it just, I don't know, I'm really not gelling with this livery. I hope they make it gloss for the year, but if they don't, this is what we got, and I'm not afraid to rate it 4 out of 10. And I'm saying this is a 4 out of 10. I don't think there's gonna be a worse livery than this. I'm not gonna lie. Like last year, as much as I didn't think it fit, like I said earlier, it looked good. This year, honestly, if you guys can find one good thing they've done with this livery, let me know in the comments below, because I cannot find anything good with this livery. So, but yeah, that's been it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll make a video on every livery this year, not like last year. So, make sure to like and subscribe if you want to be kept up to date. And I thank you guys so much again for 200 subscribers, and look out on the channel, because there's going to be a bunch of videos, and maybe even a couple 100% races. But anyways, that's been it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and until next time, which actually is the Red Bull livery launch, I'll see you then. Goodbye.